Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Sean. Hey, listen, I just wanted to give a little post Hotrod Power Tour video. And I don't know, man. I have to tell you, guys and gals, if you haven't experienced the Hotrod Power Tour or something similar to it, you don't know what you're missing. I have really never been on like the guy trip before. Not like this. I've been on you know, a weekend or a Saturday at a car show or something like that. But I have never been on the experience they call Power Tour. Uh, it's always been a bucket list of mine since the 90s. Something I wanted to do. I'm a huge Route 66 aficionado and love it. Spend a lot of time studying and traveling Route 66, roadside attractions and stuff like that. But whenever Hot Rod Magazine announced that they were going to be doing 100-year anniversary kind of special power tour, starting in Joliet, Illinois, and finishing in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is the corridor of my El Special. I've traveled that corridor tons and tons of times for 10 years. I've been exploring it. I've met a lot of great friends, a lot of great experiences on that route. I'm a member of the Missouri Route 66 Association. We've done a lot of fundraising and created a lot of miracles for people along the route, with monies raised and such. This Hot Rod Power Tour, let me just first of all, it was exciting. I wanted to take my 1954 Chevrolet Betty White on this trip. I employed help from the Hot Rod shop, the Reserve, located out in the old Spencer Auto Body in Bethalto, Illinois, on the way to Meadowbrook. These guys absolutely embody the term customer service. I have never experienced anything like it in my life, and quite honestly, it's a goal for me to match that energy in our own business. Because, guys, first of all, I've known John Pinapinto my whole life. I've worked for him in some body shops when I was a kid. We weren't real close. Just a car acquaintance. I've seen him everywhere. He's a part of everything. Growing up, I never got a chance to really know him. He opens up this Reserve, and of course, I've been looking for that one-stop hot rod shop that's going to be able to take care of like all your needs, especially like, they've just acquired upholstery. They're working on getting that going. So, obviously paint, bodywork, fabrication, all that stuff. I mean, these guys build 6-figure hot rods. I mean, John's just recently become somewhat famous over the sale, the final sale of their Bronco, Angel's Envy. That Bronco brought over $300,000 at Barrett-Jackson, and is their record holder for the most money earned on one of those Gen 1 Broncos. And wow, the quality. You guys know Barrett-Jackson is like the elite of the elite. And they've got another vehicle getting ready to go across the block before long. Their pickup truck, Ford pickup truck, Yippee-Ki-Yay. The reason I bring this up is because we had some problems with some equipment that I purchased. I purchased a gas pedal assembly. Well, on the last round, we put in Willwood power brakes on Betty. We moved everything to the Firewall with a Firewall kit from Murray's Hot Rod and Custom. I bought an aluminum gas pedal assembly from Speedway. It was one of their it was on sale. It was supposed to be built aluminum and good quality. It was real tough to push, and I only drove it a couple of blocks pulled it in the shop. Long story short, the pedal broke in half. So first and foremost, let's back up. We're going to talk about the Hotrod Power Tour and get to that. I have been planning this for over a year. Looking forward to it. Booked hotels. I made sure I put the money aside to be able to have the full adventure, and everything was looking perfect. Betty was on track. She was running wonderfully. We wanted to really fortify the cooling system in it, because that's the number one killer during Hotrod Power Tour for people is overheating. And so we wanted to build a fan shroud, move the radiator. We wanted everything to be the way it should be. On top of the fact that I needed to upgrade to power brakes. My gas pedal assembly sucked. Previously, we upgraded the front suspension to tubular front suspension, QA1 shocks all the way around. John, he delivered my car back to me on Thursday, the Thursday before we were supposed to leave for, well, actually, not even a week before that. I got up to use the restroom at night, like 3 a.m. I stepped on a cat toy, twisted my ankle, fell down, and kind of dislocated my knee. Really tore my knee up pretty bad. And I've been limping around and fighting it. I refused to go to the doctor. I didn't want anyone to tell me that I had to get surgery, because I was not missing the Hotrod Power Tour. Really got down to the wire on me getting my car back to John at the reserve, because these guys are super duper busy. And we got it in. He's like, man, we're going to get your car done, buddy. They get it in. They get all the other stuff done. It's perfect. The parts I bought fail. He says to me that night, he delivered the car back to me the Thursday before we were leaving on that weekend for Power Tour. And so that because on Friday, I was closing my shop to take my employees on an employee appreciation day. We were going on a 100-mile cruise down the river road, across the ferries. We were going to go eat at Mel's River Dock, and then take the long way back. But he knew he wasn't going to be able to fix my gas pedal until later, because he had some stuff going on. It was even going to be 10 o'clock at night, he thought. So he said, Sean, go home, have dinner with your wife. I'll call you when I'm going to be heading up to the shop, and we can hook back up that way. We'll get you fixed so you can go have your employee day the next day. So I head home. Now, this is after previously having a fall. I head home. First gas pedal breaks. I'm heading home. I got to stop on the brakes, and the car, my Denali, just goes right through the intersection. Zero brakes. None. Nothing. I went from having all the brakes to none of it, and was able to limp this vehicle home, have it towed. All these signs are telling me, man, you're not gonna. Then he gets my car fixed. We didn't replace the cable that I had provided, but he put a new pedal in that was made out of a little stronger material. We thought that was going to work for the time being to get us through the tour, and then we were going to fix it properly. And this is where the reserves customer service again comes in so clutch. I was about, 17 miles away from Mel's River Dock, and my gas pedal broke again. And I had no throttle at all. I idled at about 10 miles an hour all the way for 17 and a half miles to Mel's River Dock. Was definitely a way to take in the countryside. What did John do? What John was obligated to do was say, hey man, I'm really sorry. If you can get that thing towed up here, we'll get it fixed for you. But that's not what John did. John said, hey man, I'm going to send one of my guys up to the speed shop in Granite City to pick you up a cable, and he's going to come out that way, and we're going to get that sucker fixed for you on the side of the road so you can get back and ultimately get to Power Tour. Wow. I mean, who does that? They went above and beyond, man. And so we're talking about they left their shop, drove 45 minutes to pick up the cable, and then drove another hour and a half out to get me and Hardin, from Granite City to Hardin. And, I mean, wow. The young man that he sent out had the best attitude, the best business demeanor. He was just, for a young man, he was amazing. And, just great customer service. Knowledgeable, very, very knowledgeable kid. He fixed my shit and got it going. Now I got a good, I mean, we basically took that junk Speedway cable off and put on a good low car brand name throttle cable, and it works like butter perfectly. So that's that. Now I think all's good. We're heading back from the River Road. My transmission starts a weird shudder with kick down or lock up into overdrive, and the temperature rose uncomfortably high to 225 for a few moments before it cooled itself back down from me pushing a lot of air through it on the roadway. I realized at that moment that Betty was not cut out for what was going to end up being about 1,800 miles of round trip, Hotrod Power Tour. So I started to mourn the situation. I even called my buddy and was like, bro, I don't know what to do. My Denali is in the dealership getting repaired. It's not going to be done until next week. My hot rod is not in a position right now to make this run. And John came through again. Okay. He said, hey man, why don't you take the Neon Hauler? Now, the Neon Hauler is the 2000 Chevy 3500 one-ton dually that belongs to those guys at the reserve. It's the one that we collaborated with at Modified Auto Sound with the stereo system, the all custom stereo system that we did, all JL Audio products, and then the XK Glow underglow to help with that theme, the neon hauler. And let me tell you, man, John's got an advertisement on the back of his window there, and that truck got so much attention on the Power Tour. But I think the part I need to point out the most is that John tossed me the keys to that truck, like he's known me forever. You know what I mean? And because of John Pinapento, my Power Tour came true. And I have to tell you, it sounds incredibly corny, but it was life-changing. I met some of the best people I've ever met in my life. I've met some friends that'll be friends forever. We picked up a dude named Lindsay Porter from fucking Canada, of all places, and he hung out with us every day. He hung out in the hotels with us. He traveled with us every day. So I got him into all my little VIP. I gave him the VIP Missouri Route 66 experience. I took him to my buddy Jeremy Morris, who is the he lives in the Parsonage House in Red Oak 2, Missouri, which is the coolest place on earth. Look it up if you haven't heard of it. Red Oak 2 in Carthage, Missouri. It was a real town that became a ghost town, that then became a fake town that's now a real town again. And if you can follow that, it's a lot of history worth checking out. It's the world's largest art project, and it's pretty damn cool. But Jeremy took us out to lunch at our favorite Mexican restaurant when we go down there, Habaneros. If you guys are in the Carthage, Missouri area, go to the little Mexican restaurant called Habaneros. Get the tableside guacamole. Tell them Jerry Morris and Route 66's own Sean Fowler sent you, and they get you hooked up with that tableside guac. But I have met new friends for life. Me and my best friend Rodney have rebonded in a way that, we were best friends for life anyway. I met Rodney when I was 5 years old, and my mom and dad moved into the neighborhood, and he's been my best friend ever since. I helped him with his paper route, and when I was little, and he paid me in a Snickers bar. I think he got me, guys. I think he got some cheap help for a Snickers bar. But look, I am so thankful for John Pinapinto and the Reserve for taking such good care of my car, and he did everything he could to get that car there, and it's best that we didn't. We got caught in some torrential downpours with wipers. Well, I don't have wipers on Betty. The car looks better without them on there, and just have never put them on there. I wouldn't have got to spend this eerie. My best friend Rodney almost died several years ago from a massive heart attack. I thought I was going to lose my actual brother, man. I mean, we even look alike. We're not related at all. I love that man, and we've been through everything. He's been to my wedding. In fact, I've been with my wife for almost 28 years, and I used to borrow his truck to take her on dates when I was younger, and we've been through a lot together. And the new people I got to meet, David Atchison from St. Louis. I'm so glad that he lives in St. Louis, because we're going to break bread. We're going to get to hang out and talk about our Power Tour memories. And then I met a dude that's going to be a friend of mine forever. I'm already thinking about taking a trip to Canada just to go visit him. And he's not even there yet, He's still on the Mother Road, riding it out all the way to Santa Monica. And that's my buddy Lindsay Porter from Canada, from the big great north. I just don't tell anybody this, but he eats gravy on his French fries, like brown gravy. I think they call it poontang or something. That's our little joke. Obviously, I know they eat poutine, and it's French fries with cheese curds and gravy. I don't know. This one girl that was a waitress of ours, I was teasing him about it, and she's like, "You actually put gravy on your fries? Like pot roast gravy?" And he's like, "No, not pot roast gravy, just brown gravy." She's like, "Yeah, that's pot roast gravy, man." So shit. Hey, Canada, if you're watching this video, I love you, man. Even if you do put gravy on your French fries. I don't know. The Power Tour was amazing. I saw tons of amazing cars, met tons of awesome people. Not an angry person at all. There were some people that were upset with the way things were done. But let's level with each other, folks. I don't know how anyone could herd 10,000 cars on a road or pulling into a town or a venue at one time. I mean, it's an overwhelming amount. I mean, when we passed through town and only a percentage of us was passing through at a time, I mean, a small percentage, we destroyed all the stop signs and stoplights and everything. They literally had to have people there waving traffic manually to keep things moving, because we would just clog up a city in 5 seconds coming through it. there were a lot of kids that got tons of Hot Wheels and diecast cars. That was neat to see. I was unprepared for that. I won't be the next time. And even if I have to drive all the way to the West Coast to start the next one, I'm going to do it. I'm a Hot Rod Power Tour guy for life. Listen, guys, it isn't about the venues. It's the same car show at every town you go to. You're traveling with the same people. It's the same vendors. The only thing that changes is locals. Like you might have a few hundred or a few hundred to 1,000 cars from a city that's only doing a one day thing. But those venues are only open from like 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So keep in mind, we're traveling from another venue hours away. You know, sometimes if you wanted to take Route 66, it was 5 or 6 hours away on Route 66. We were traveling in one day. And that was without even stopping to admire any of the roadside attractions. Oh, any of that. However, that's what it was. It was a challenge to see if you could do the long haul in 5 days. And I did it, baby. I did it. It was awesome. We did it in a dually and not a 54 Chevy, but it was a slammed dually with a cool 90s truck and paint job with one of the best sounding stereo systems I've ever listened to. That we did a modified auto sound, by the way. Listen, I love you guys. I love all your support on my weight loss journey. I haven't lost track of that. I'm giving myself some acclimation to get back home, and we're gonna hit it hard, guys. And then I'll let you know on Sunday what my new start over weight is, and then we're gonna get after it. We are gonna get after it. That's for sure. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. But if I haven't said it 1,000 times, thank you, John Pinapinto and the reserve crew, for everything that you've done for me. You made it at you. I owe you eternally. There's no way that I can ever pay you back for what you've done for me. So we used your truck well, and so I dropped that thing off at Duke's Details out there in Bethalto, Illinois, to get her cleaned inside and out, man, polished up real nice for you. And so he should be getting that back to you anytime. I appreciate it. It was such an amazing, absolutely amazing experience. And yeah, I'd do it again. I'm glad to be home. I miss my wife. I'm ready to kind of get back into the swing of things. But yeah, listen, hey guys, this video is already 23 minutes long. The main goal for it was just to show my appreciation and everything for John and his crew, and then also to just say how radical of an experience the Hot Rod Power Tour was. The journey, the hotel stays, the people you meet in the lobby, but just outstanding. So if you haven't been to one, plan to go to one. Keep your eyes out on the announcement for the next location, and let's get off the couch and explore, guys. You know, I always try to end these videos in the same way. I used to make a lot of these videos when I was on my weight loss journey a few years ago. I lost like 187 pounds. It was probably 6 or 7 years ago. And I used to always say at the end of my videos, hug the ones you love and be careful who you kiss. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.